Come on, go faster. That pretty much summed up my first experience of the toboggan on the Great Wall. If you want to visit the Great Wall of Beijing in China, then let me share some tips on how to ride the toboggan without getting stuck behind slowpokes. Let's get into it. Passport? Yeah. If I sound out of breath talking to this guy, it's because he made me power walk up the side of the hill to get on the ski lift early. Break it down for you really quickly if you haven't been to the wall before, but basically if you hire a private driver, they will take you up the mountain further than where you normally catch the shuttle bus. So this guy took us up to a little private parking where he parked the car, we got out, and then he made us power walk past the ticketing office to the entrance to the ski lift. The whole way out to the Great Wall, he was telling us how it was good that we were leaving early, that we were getting there early because we would miss all of the crowds. And he was telling us, mind you, through a translation app, that if we got up onto the wall early, then we would miss having to wait in line to get on the ski lift and to get on the cable car. This is a luge here. If you want to see what it's like to catch a cable car over the ski lift, then check out my video. I'll put a link at the top here. And if you're wondering why me and my husband have split from my parents and my daughter, it's because I let Mum and Martin on the luge because they're over 60. The toboggan is a very popular attraction for the Mutianyu part of the wall, and this is what makes it super busy. So if you've seen my other video, then you'll know that when we were there with my dad, the crowds were pretty crazy, and it can be like that all day from 9:30 onwards. Oi, 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 oi. Is this safe, bro? Good. Oh. John's a little bit scared of heights, so. Because this was our first time going up, we really had no idea what to expect. And there is a little bit of a climb from the top of the ski lift to actually get up onto the Great Wall. Now, what we decided to do with my mum and stepdad was to walk halfway towards them.
Hello, sir. Hello, lady. Hello, take a photo for you. Smile. Take a photo for you. Okay.
So we walked from the ski lift halfway to the cable car, which is a pretty good distance, especially because the wall is not flat. Go, go, go. Okay. 多少钱 Should I get it? 30? Yeah, okay.
那就4700。
We found a cafe, we sat down, we had some cold drinks and ice cream because the day that we decided to go, it was knocking on 32, 33 degrees, so it was very, very hot on top of the wall. The walk back took a little bit longer than the walk there because it was mainly downhill. And if you don't have good knees, let me tell you, those stairs are going to do you dirty. One of the things that we learned really quickly was that we should have just gone up the ski lift and then down the toboggan straight away, because when we got to the top of the wall there was nobody waiting to get on the toboggans, so we would have been able to be first in line and the only one on the slide down. But because we decided to walk towards the cable car and then come back about 2 hours later, when we got back to the toboggans there was a huge line to go down. One of the disadvantages about the way that they ticket the Great Wall is that the cable car and the toboggan tickets are not interchangeable. You will have to buy another ticket if you don't want to go down the original one that you planned on going down. Okay, I'm gonna be so for real now. now because watching this footage back is making me mad all over again.
Bruh.
I unfortunately got stuck behind this couple where the girl at the front kept taking her phone out and slowing down to take pictures and selfies. At every point she was getting told to put her phone away, but she wouldn't listen. And I don't think they spoke English or Chinese. I think had they been slowing down for safety or because she was scared, it would be a little bit more tolerable. It was very clear that she was slowing down to take a picture. So every time I'd come flying around the corner, I'd have to hit the brakes as well. And her boyfriend just kept looking back, I guess to see whether or not I would hit him, because I would come down super fast. But like, honestly, this experience is so much better if you're able to do it really early without all of the crowds there. So to try and salvage some of it, I would slow right down, and I was really lucky that my husband was just behind me, so he didn't mind too much. And I would try and leave a little bit of a gap so that when I did come through, I wouldn't be, you know, right up the boyfriend's butt. But because she kept slowing down to take photos, it just didn't work, and it ended up that I would just be on their tail the entire time. While it was super frustrating for us, we just kind of let it go. It is what it is, and a lot of people only come to the Great Wall once, and because we live in Beijing, we have the privilege to be able to go back quite a few times. So we always knew that we would be able to ride the toboggan again and have a better experience, which is what happened. However, this is just a word of warning. If you don't want to be yelled at by some random Chinese family, then don't do what she did. There was another lady not too far behind my husband who was doing the same thing, and when she got off the toboggan, she got yelled at by the Chinese family that was behind her. And she was a foreigner, and they just were not having it. And we made it to the bottom, and we still managed to have a good time because it was our first time. But we have since been on again early in the morning and had a much better time with almost nobody in front of us. It is really easy to forget that we actually live here and that we have the ability to come back and do it again, whereas a lot of these people, it's a kind of one and done thing. So I'm super grateful that we were able to come back and try it again. But I've learnt from it and hopefully have shared with you some tips that will help make your toboggan ride enjoyable when you go. Until next time, bye!